Hi guys, this is Johann from Cabo San Lucas Tours by Johann and Sandra at cabosanlucastours.net. And I'm here to tell you today a little more about the current situation of traveling to Mexico, given the new protocols in place by the United States and Canada, and also give you an update of how things are right now. Now, just on our website at cabosanlucastours.net, you'll see like a little gray bar at the top, and you can click on that on any of our pages, and you can go to our coronavirus page. You'll see this video. You might be watching it there right now, and you'll also see all the information about coronavirus in Cabo right now and all of these type of things. You'll see how many active cases there are. You'll see all the protocols. But the main thing to know is that Cabo is open. It's been open since June. Thousands of people every month have been traveling there safely since June. There are protocols in place throughout Cabo for everything that the World Trade Organizations recommend. Social distancing, keeping everything very sanitary, very clean, making sure that you have a mask in public places, that everything is set up right now well for this. They've been doing it for almost a year now, and they know how to do it. Now, what are you going to really experience? Well, everything is open. Everything is, all the restaurants and all the shops and all the beaches and the tours and attractions. These are all running and everything. You can do pretty much right now, you can do what you would normally do in Cabo. The only thing you're going to notice is that there are capacity limitations. So you'll see that you're a little more spaced out at the restaurants, on the tours, all these things. It's for your safety, of course, and the safety of the staff. And of course, that the people that work there are going to wear their masks and things like that to make sure that you are safe. So you're going to find that, the big boats with like they used to have like 100 people on them are not going to happen right now. It'll be less, maybe like it depends on the traffic light, but maybe between 50% to 70% capacity, depending on the tour. So you'll have plenty of room and social distancing. Your tour guides will tell you all about, how to be safe and what they're going to do and explain it to you. At your hotel, you just will need to wear your mask when you are in a public space. So you're going in an elevator, you're going on to, checking in, walking through the hallway with a bunch of people around, those type of things. Wear your mask, put it on. You're at the pool, you're at the beach, you're at the bar, you're at the, you're at your hotel room, you don't need to wear your mask. Just if you're going to a restaurant, put on your mask to check in and say, hey, I want a table. And then when you go to your table, you'll sit down and you don't have to wear your mask. You just sit there and have a nice time with your friends and family. So that's pretty much it. It's real popular right now. People doing our private airport transfers. The shared airport transfers are still going. They're not as shared as they were before. Of course, there's distance limitations. You sit in, one person to a seat or a row. You're not going to be crammed in there with other people. We've been doing these again since June, and it's we've never had any issues. So whether private or shared, all these things are up to you. We offer private tours, we offer private transfers. It just depends what you're comfortable with. All those things are available for you. It's just your personal preference. So okay, now so that's Cabo. So now what about getting to Cabo? How are you going to do that? All right. Well, as before, as always, Mexico has no specific requirements you need to worry about. They don't have a quarantine, they don't have testing, they don't have any of that is required for you to travel. Now they, of course, have testing and all of that if you want that or it's available, but you don't need to do that for Mexico's benefit. Now, the thing that is different, though, is that as of January 26th, you now need to be tested to go back into the United States and Canada. So if you fly to Mexico, that's fine. You go to Mexico, have a nice time, but before you leave, you will need to take a COVID test and show the negative test to your airline. Now, how do you do that? This is actually a really simple process. It is to get into the U.S., you only need an antigen test. You don't need a PCR test, as you do in many other countries. The antigen test is depends exactly where you get it, but it's roughly speaking anywhere from $10 to maybe $25, usually right in there. Maybe it can be up to like say $40. It depends where exactly you get it and like that. But it's not hundreds of dollars. It's just, it's a reasonable amount. Average $25, let's say. Now, and the even better part is almost all of the major hotels are giving this to you for free now. So you don't even have to worry about the cost. And they're all having it right there in the hotel. So just when you get there, they'll explain all this to you. When you get there, they will have they'll assign you a time for your test. You'll go in, you'll take a 1-minute nasal swab, no needles, just a 1-minute nasal swab test. You'll get the email results within about 30 minutes or so. And then you just show that when you get to the airport, and that's it, done. No big deal. So if you're staying in like a Airbnb or a private home or something like that that doesn't have a doctor in-house that can just do that like the hotels do, they will have maybe, I stayed at an Airbnb recently, and when I did that, it was there was like a sheet, when I came in, and the host told me all about that and said, here's the doctor. You just call that doctor. They all speak English, so just call this doctor who's used to dealing with English-speaking people. Here's the number, and that doctor will make an appointment and come to your place and give you the same test everybody else has. Or there's a lot of clinics and things around there that you can also do. It's not hard to find it. Your host or your hotel will give you all the right information. But at hotels, it's available on almost inside the hotels. It's also available at the airport. If you forgot to do it at the hotel for some reason, and you're like, oh man, I forgot, they have it at the airport. So you can go there 30 minutes early, get your test. Within 30 minutes, you have your negative result. You go in, check in, and go home just like normal. So it's a really easy process. And so I think that there's been talk, for example, of or the only difference with Canadians is that you need a PCR test and not an antigen test. Don't worry, those are in the hotels, and just all the same stuff applies. It's just the cost is a little higher, and these are usually not free at the hotels. They cost a little bit. It depends on the exact price. Just ask your hotel. Call them when you're looking at booking a hotel, or you've already booked and you just found out about this. Just call your hotel and ask them. They'll tell you all the information and describe for you everything that they're doing and what you need to do and how much it costs and how it is, and you can know going in. But it's pretty standard stuff. Now, and in Canada, there is a quarantine requirement back in Canada. So when you return, you're going to need to stay at home for their recommended amount of time that they say there. The U.S. does not have such a restriction. They recommend that you stay home when for a week or so when you get back, just as a abundance of caution, but it is not a requirement. And now there's a test before you come back, so it's less of a reason for there to be a requirement than maybe there was before. So you don't need to worry about quarantine when you come back to the U.S., except they do recommend stay home and stay away from other people and keep a good social distance, for a week or so after. And you can see on their website exactly how long and exactly their recommendations. Also on our website, you can see it. There's no requirement for any other testing. Of course, they recommend, that now that testing is free, most places in the U.S., you can go drive through. You can take it down at Walgreens, CVS. You can even have places that come to you even. And most times it's free or very low cost. So they recommend, because it is easy to do nowadays, not like in the beginning of the pandemic, that you could do that before and after you go on your trip at home in your hometown, just to really make sure that everything is good. But again, that is not a requirement; it's a recommendation. So that's basically it. Just bring your mask with you, wear it on the airplane and at the airport. Wear it on public spaces when you are passing other people. Everything is here. Everything is open. Enjoy the beach. Enjoy the sunshine. Get out of the cold. And if you have any questions at all, you can either check our website, like I mentioned, or you can. We have a team of people waiting to help you and guide you through the process. And of course, there's never a risk to book with us. If something happened to you and you couldn't travel because of COVID and you had to cancel your tours, there's no charge for that. We'll help you to do whatever you need to do. We understand you need flexibility in this day and age. We bring that to you, and we're here to help you in any way that we can. So thank you for choosing Cabo San Lucas Tours by Johann and Sandra, and we will see you in Cabo soon.